Good morning, everybody. Goodness me, here we go. Number 12 today of our lovely Sanntangle Craftember challenge. You can see we're gaining quite a few pieces of the puzzle. Some of them even now put into sections ready to go. But number 12 today is all on its own at the top here. Yes, we've done number 1. We've done number 6 and 5. So around it's coming, but not this one yet. So let's make a start. And of course, picking a tile, I'm not worried too much about which one I'm going to use because they're all inked with the same thing, so that's fine. And of course, name as before on the top of each one, and then the date, which of course if we're doing tile number 12, is obviously the 12th of September, unless you're watching this and doing it tomorrow. And then of course, number 12, okay. Don't forget this bit here, this is the top. So if I turn it over, if you need to remind yourself, that's absolutely fine. Put a little T there. You can rub it out afterwards. That's absolutely fine. But we just need to sort of keep that in mind because otherwise they can be all upside down. You're not going to know where they fit. A bit like a jigsaw puzzle with no picture on the front of the box. All right. So, starting with my little cross legs to give us a little bit of an idea. Morning, everybody. Lovely to have you with me. I know we don't do these at a set time, so I know coming in and out it's a little bit hit and miss, but that's great, thank you. All right, we're ready. So this is at the top, and I think the first thing I'm going to do is bring in one of my sections around the edge, because there is this border working its way across the top there. So I can sort of mark that in. I'm going to do it with a pencil though. There you are. Just so I can, I'm going to turn it around and do it. I can sort of see where it's going to be. Let's line it up. Okay. And the next one. That just sort of helps identify as well which bit's the top, so we don't need to worry too much about that. There we go. Oh, sorry, so you can still take the dog out. It's fine. It's going to be here when you come back. It's not a problem. All right, I'm going to stick with pencil. And let's start in this bit here. So I'm going to put a bubble in. And this bubble is going to go sort of over most of this shape, if you know what I mean. So it's going to go over here, leaving a little bit at the top there. And it's going to come round and it's going to sort of do not quite half of that there. It's sort of coming back in on itself. So absolutely with a pencil with this, because you want to sort of shape it as best you can to form that bubble. See, there we go. Rose, I'm going to do the tile swap tomorrow. It's Leslie and I tend to do that. She's not in today, so she's been in at the weekend, so we'll get those out and posted tomorrow. Okay, so underneath here, before I put this bit in, underneath here we've got a bit of a triangle shape. Just comes in there, and not in halfway, but in a bit, sort of that kind of thing. Okay. And then here we've got what seems to be the tail end of this into there. And then it's got a little line like that. Okay. On this side, again a bubble, but not as far in as before. It's sort of more central kind of thing. See, again, it's not touching that middle bit at the minute. It's just sort of almost just skirting that border there. It's definitely coming in though as a full bubble, you see? And then it's coming sort of out and down there. And it is, a bit of it is coming back in there. This little bit here, we've got some sort of shape coming in like that. Okay. And then here it seems to have some sort of loop design, but I'm going to leave that little bit, I think, in pencil, because I'm not 100%. So here we go, in with pen. And I'm going to put this one in. Just take your time. You pick a line that you like, because there's a lot of them there now. So, whatever helps you work that bubble. And around it comes. See, and I can put that bit in and that bit. I'm still going to put that bit in pen. It's just what's going on inside it I'm not going to do. And then onto this one. Okay. So draw this bit in. This one. And this one. Now this one is a little bit thicker than the others. So I'm going to add that one in with a thicker pen. Just do a bit of a line there. Don't know why, but that doesn't matter. The minute we're just drawing what's there. And then around we come with this one here. Oh, that sort of spun away, didn't it? And that one. Okay. So a couple of bubbles and this little bit going on here. So around this one, I'm going to start in, oh, let's do that bit, in here. And I'm going to put in some part bubbles all around the edge, some little bumps. Not too small because there's going to be another line inside this one. So I'm doing the outer one first. That's going to sort of extend out and over there. And then into there. Sort of little bits. Wandering round. Just changes the shape, doesn't it, having that extra line in. And of course you might decide you want to fill all those. I'm not 100% sure if I want to yet, so I'm going to leave it for a little bit. And then I can make that decision later. Just because it's a tile a day, it doesn't mean you've got to do all the shading and colouring if you don't want to. It's quite fun to do that, but it's your choice if you want to just draw them and wait and see till it's put together. Although that's going to be a slightly bigger job on the 30th of September. It's all put together. You then got to go back in and colour it all. So it is kind of nice to do it this way because you've not got everything happening all at once then. Okay, so let's put this line back in. So this is the border. And again, I'm not 100% sure if you're going to see it on every tile because as you know, I'm only looking at one tile at a time or one sort of section at a time. So I don't know. See, I don't need that bit because it's in there. So it's just this bit across the top. So let's put in some bubbles. You don't want them too small, you know, and if you think you're sort of creating too much of a pattern, then start somewhere else and then work your way in so they'll all join at some point. And then you can fill those extra little bits with smaller bubbles. And just sort of follows it around. You notice this bubble, I didn't put those shapes around it. That's because they're not there. So maybe there's a little bit of a variation going on. Maybe some have got them around the outside and some around the inside. Who knows? But this is what is in front of me, so I'm going to trust that. That's what I'm going to draw. There you go. And again, look, I'm leaving a little bit of a gap either side because if there are bubbles on the other sections, then I've got a little bit more of a head start and making it look like a cohesive, gosh, that was a long word for early morning, a cohesive sort of border design, haven't I? Because I might want all these pieces to completely join together. Well, then again, I might want to give a little bit of space. I don't know yet. It all depends when I've got them all done as to what they're going to look like. So again, see, I'm not doing all the black here. in here. I'm going to fill in just the sections that I can see that I know are going to work, and then these bits I could fill in when I've done the tiles next to it. So, here we go. I'm going to remove, I'm going to remove that one as well. I don't really need that in that particular place. Let's get rid of those. Remember, I'm actually keeping these bits. I've not fully decided what I'm doing there. Okay. So, in we come with pencil. So first thing, we know that we're going to put little highlights on those. This is quite a light inking as well on this tile. Compare it to this one, look. That's all right, it's all going to work together. It's nice to see, isn't it? If we don't worry about it too much. I'm just checking, look, yeah. There's the top. There's the top. And let's have a little highlight in. It's almost like a little smile. Imagine little eyes there. A little smile. And this one, I'm going to do it that way. As with all the borders, I've done that across them. And here, I'm going to put some this side. And let's put a little bit under there. I'm 100% sure what's going on. Well, I can put a little bit in here. Let's have a look. Let's bring my pen back. Sort of a bit of a line. And then we know this pattern. Again, that's going to sort of, oh, let's go underneath there. And then let's just fill that bit in. Some of these tiles are quicker than others, aren't they? Some have got quite a bit of detail. Some barely nothing. Okay, that's better. So, where was I? Pencil, bit in there, look. Bit in there. Let's do it there as well. Again, it's pencil, so if we get to the other side of it when it's done and you think, do you know what, didn't we want that there? You can always rub it out, it's fine. Okay. So, just give those bits in. Let's soften that off while I'm here. It's amazing how far it travels, isn't it? But what we're going to do is ease all of that off. Soften it round. And give it a little bit of depth there. There you go. Same with this one. And sort of setting it going. So all that pencil, the lines have sort of disappeared. Now it's a case of softening it out. This bit here. And there. Give it a little bit of depth. And this one, just a bit round there. Always a light pressure. And then this one. Okay. And there, just as though we timed it, a cup of tea's arrived. Thank you very much, John. And that's our tile for the day. So, number 12 done. So I'm going to just, a bit of tick that one off. Tomorrow, we're going to do the 4th corner. So that's all the corners of our little puzzle done. But there you go, number 11 done and sorted. And another one on the puzzle pile, ready for tomorrow. So if you're around this afternoon, you like this, you've never done it before, I'll be doing a full-size tile this afternoon at 2 o'clock on the same page. But if not a problem. I will see you tomorrow with this one, number 13. So have a good day, everybody, and I'll catch you later. Bye.